Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I'm Miss Lisa, and this is my YouTube channel for all things math and science. And what we're doing today is I am going to show you how to use your TI-84 graphing calculator to solve an equation. I know you thought it couldn't do that. It can. And this is a super important skill for helping you out of difficult situations. Say you're taking the SAT. And there is a question you have no idea how to do, or the ACT, or a college test, and you are absolutely stuck. Especially this is good if it is ACT or SAT, because you don't have to show work. You just have to pick the right answer from the multiple choice. This won't work if you have to show work, but it can help you because you can check and see if you've got the right answer before you turn it in. And if you've got the wrong answer, then you can figure out how to fix it. So even if you have to show work, this is super valuable. I would say this is how you use your calculator to cheat. But since I'm a professional educator, of course, I cannot say that. But that's what we're going to do today. Okay? Hey, I teach science, not math. So there you go, for professionally. So I can teach you this. All right, this is the hidden way of the calculator. All right, so here is an equation. This works for any equation that has an equals. It can have x's on both sides. It can have just a number on both sides. It can have logarithms. It could have those weird buttons, sine, cosine, and tangent. It could have trig. It could have anything on both sides. As long as you can put it in your calculator and it has an equals, then you can solve for x. All right, so this is how you do it. You go over to your calculator and you turn it on. I've got mine on a graph. I don't need to be there. I go over here to y equals. I have stuff here. I'm going to clear it out. So we're going to start off by having a nice clear calculator. I did that by using the clear button and the arrow keys. Now I'm going to arrow back up, and I'm going to put what's on one side of the equation as what y1 equals. I'm going to type it in exactly as written. So this is 4 beginning parentheses x plus 2. Now, math teachers don't usually teach this to you because this is sort of cheating the way I'm showing you. They don't want you to know this. But if you use it just for checking, then that's pretty ethical. And, you know, I feel like they let you use this test on the SAT and the ACT. So they let you use this calculator. So to me, it's not cheating for you to use it to the full extent of the law. It's just knowing your calculator. And part of our life in the modern time is not just like how it was in the 80s when I did all of this. This is more knowing how to use technology. Technology is more a part of your life. I did all this before the internet. Imagine that. It was the dark ages. Okay, I put 1/2 of my equation in here, and now I'm going to put this, sorry about the shadow in here. It wasn't so shadowy when I picked this place. I'm going to put the other half on for the next line. So I don't do any negatives or anything like that. I just put it in as written. 3 beginning parentheses, x plus 5 in parentheses. So those are the two halves of my equation. Now I graph it. And I'm going to see if it's a pretty good window. What I want is I want to see where they cross. And these are not crossing where I can see them good. So I'm going to change my window. I'm going to go to window. And it might work even without it showing where my lines are crossing. We could just try it. Let's try it. And that way you'll see what happens if you don't have it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to second trace, and I want to see where they intersect. Where they intersect is the answer. So I go to number 5 intersect. I can either push number 5 or I can arrow down, and I hit enter. And it says, do I want this blue line to be my first curve? And it's written up here, and I do, so I hit enter. Do I want the red line to be my second curve? And it's written up here, and I do, so I hit enter. Then it says, do I want it to guess what the answer is, and I most certainly do. I put enter and even though the intersection wasn't on here, it told me the answer. I don't know if y'all can see it right there, but it says x equals 7, and there it is, x equals 7. So anytime you have an equation with an equals, you just put in both halves exactly and it'll give you the answer. I'll do number 40. If you're taking this as a class, you're going to be doing the odds. I'll do some of these evens for you. Let's go back. Let's go to y equals. We're going to clear out what's in there. And I'm going to put it in exactly. Now, it has a half. If you have a new calculator, how you put that in is alpha y equals. You select number 1, numerator or denominator, I can say that, and you put in 1 arrow down 2. Did I get the 2? No, I didn't. 2 arrow over, and then you do beginning parentheses x plus 7. I'll show you what to do if you don't have a new calculator on the next one. Okay, so that's 1/2, and now I'm going to do the other half. So I'm going to arrow down, and now I'm going to pretend like I don't have one of these new calculators that has the ability to do the fractions like that. Then I'm going to put in parentheses. It's supposed to be 1/3. I do beginning parentheses 1 divided by 3 in parentheses, and there's my 1/3. You have to put fractions in parentheses or you'll get the wrong answer. Before my students started having these calculators that had that ability, I would always tell them, you'll never regret too many parentheses, but you will often regret not enough parentheses. 10x plus 2 is the other half of it. Okay, and now I'm going to hit graph. And now I'm going to hit second trace, intersect, and now I'm going to hit enter 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and there's the answer. X equals 1. Ta-da! How cool is that? So you can use this so much to solve equations. All right? Math is great. I'll see you next time. Use this power wisely.